Hello, this is Candace with Myspoclife Dotcom. Thank you for joining us today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I do the Good Book series. Reading is very important to me. It is just something that I have always done since I was a child, especially because we did not grow up with a television in our house. It is also extremely important for me because one of the most favorite books that I have, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss, he talks about how the more you read, the more you know, and the more you know, the more places you'll go. And I feel like this has attributed so much to my life, so many of the things that I have done, and so many of the things that I want to do has come to me by spending time with so many good books. Another thing was one of the books that I have done a good book review about, The Slight Edge by Greg Olson. In this book, he gives the story of a lady that he met, and she had read so many books. But the books that she was reading, they were all romances. And he said how he felt that if she just spent 15 minutes a day with a good book, the little issues and the problems in her life that she was trying to find an answer for by speaking with him, she could have solved those because she would have gained the information from a good book. That really left an imprint on my spirit, and since then, I have spent at least 15 minutes a day with a good book. On my blog, Myspoclife.com, I've talked many times about how much I read. On any given week, I could be working on from 3 to 5 books. I start out reading a book in the morning. I try to make it something inspirational, motivational, spiritual, something that will enrich my spirit and guide me throughout the day. It does not necessarily have to be religious, but it is something that I find feeds my spirit positive things so that I can get through the day. After I drop Bean off at work, I read on the bus. It's usually a nonfiction book. And it can be a travel book. It can be a book talking about health things, such as people doing without sugar for a year, or an experiment that they're trying. It can be a finance book. It doesn't matter, but it's usually a nonfiction book that I'm reading on my phone through the library, the library's e-reader. Then sometimes at work, I do read a little bit at lunchtime or after I have finished my work for the day. And then when I'm walking home or when I'm working around my house in the evening and before I go to bed at night, I usually turn on an audiobook. And these audiobooks are normally fiction because it is good to have a little fun in your life, because all work and no play and all non-fiction reading for Candace can make her a very dull person and not very interesting to talk to in conversation, and I don't want that to happen. I want to be full of information about many subjects, and I am. So this is the number one, or these are the number one reasons that I do the Good Book series, because reading is very dear to my heart. I find that things that you can pick up on the web in a blog, or things that you can watch on YouTube or see in a television show, sometimes you could just get so much more information, in-depth information, and the perspective of the author when you're reading their books. So I want to encourage you to read 15 minutes of a good book every day and just watch and see. Oh, the places you'll go.